I know the new year just started, but was that the game of the year? What is going on, everybody? Sacktown Pete back at it again. What a thriller. Shout out to my cousin and my cousin-in-law. They were there at the game tonight, and they had a blast. The Kings win in double overtime. Their first back-to-back win of the season. Final score from Golden 138 to 135. They beat a very good Orlando Magic basketball team. Boy, I got some shit I gotta get off my chest and I gotta talk about because I'm glad we got the win, but there was a couple of things that really bothered and bugged me tonight. Um, let's start off with the numbers of the starting five. Chris Duarte got to start again at the 2 spot. In 10 minutes, he had 0 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. Keegan Murray, 46 minutes for Keegan Murray tonight, 28 points, 12 rebounds for Keegan Murray, 1 assist, 1 steal. He had a big three-pointer in double overtime, and he had a big defensive rebound. Went out and grabbed the defensive rebound and boxed out. Give Keegan Murray the game ball because when he did that, before the defensive box out and got the rebound, he hit that big three to tie the game up. Got the rebound, pushed the pace, and we got another basket. Give Keegan Murray the game ball because that's where the game was won tonight. Shout out to Keegan Murray. Did not let down. Fantastic first half. Got it going quietly the second half, and then in the overtimes came through big time, offensively and defensively. Harrison Barnes, 36 minutes for Barnes tonight. He had 17 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist for Harrison Barnes, and 1 steal. Domantas Sabonis, such a flat-out beast tonight. I mean, in 46 minutes, Domas had 22 points. He had 12 assists. He had 2 steals, 1 block. He had 23 freaking rebounds. That's what you call a triple-double. That's way better than what he was last night. Knowing that he had a triple-double last night with those 11 turnovers, tonight was much better. Yeah, 6 turnovers tonight was still a little high for him, but boy, it wasn't 11. He was a lot better tonight and caught the ball big time down the stretch when we needed a basket, and Domas was fantastic. De'Aaron Fox was terrible tonight. In 44 minutes, he had 15 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers. He was 6 of 22 overall from the field. He was 0 of 5 from downtown. It's okay to criticize your star player. Let me make that crystal clear. Yes, we still won that game tonight, but if De'Aaron Fox didn't have the night he had, I think the Kings it wouldn't take 2 overtimes for the Kings to win this game tonight. He was terrible, and it bothered me because in the 2 overtimes, I get that, Sabonis, Murray, and Monk were on it. He was too passive. I mean, he settled a lot for his jumpers. He settled a lot for threes too, and he was 0 5 for from the 3-point line tonight. I didn't like that. Why are we settling for jumpers and for threes, De'Aaron? Attack the hoop. Attack the hoop. I thought he was so passive tonight. I didn't like that about him. And it's okay to criticize him because this is probably his worst game of the season, and he's been flat out superstar, a stud so far this season, and he's going to have a night like this. But it really bothered me because I felt like he was really, really too damn passive, and you're our superstar. I expect you to attack the hoop if your shot's not going. Now, he did attack the hoop in the second overtime, and he got 4 points down the stretch. I give him that. I give credit where it's due, but he was really passive, man. And I get it. You played the night before. You played 38 minutes last night. You played 44 minutes tonight. I get it. Fatigue, body, this and that. I totally get it. But I don't want to make up excuses. I just feel like, my point is don't settle for shots or fadeaway jumpers. Attack the hoop. Draw and dish and create, baskets for others if you're not going to attack the hoop and make it go up by yourself. But it was really good to see De'Aaron Fox actually attack the hoop and get those 4 points down the stretch. I've been waiting for that the last 2 turnovers and even the fourth in the last 2 overtimes and in the fourth quarter, and he finally got it done in the second overtime. So shout out to Fox for doing that. Let's take a look at the bench because boy, big time for the bench tonight. Trey Lyles, 22 minutes, he had 10 points, 4 of 6 overall from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 block. JaVale McGee got 8 minutes tonight. He had 5 points. He had 1 steal, 2 rebounds for JaVale McGee. Davion Mitchell, in 14 minutes, he had 2 points. He had 3 assists. He had 1 rebound. I love Davion's defense tonight. Really, really got some offensive foul uh, charges, fighting off those screens and pushing and using his body. I love the fact that Davion Mitchell did that tonight. Kevin Huerter in 18 minutes, he had 2 points, 7 boards, 2 assists. Kayvon's just in a funk right now offensively. But he found ways to be, productive in other parts of his game. And I love the fact that he had 7 rebounds tonight. Malik Monk, boy, oh boy, we wouldn't win this game without Malik Monk tonight. 46 minutes from Monk, 37 points, 9 assists, 3 boards. He was 12-20 overall from the field. He's 7-13 overall from the 3-point line. Down the stretch, like I'm talking about going back to Fox being passive. I get that maybe they didn't want to script the flow in the game because every time in the fourth quarter and the 2 overtimes, Monk had the ball in his hands, and it was just a pick and roll with Monk and Murray and Monk and Sabonis. I get that, but I felt like Fox was way too damn passive because keep your Kentucky brother fresh. We needed Monk to be fresh and ready. So, but you know what? It worked out for it. It is what it is, and that's the way it worked out. Malik Monk carried tonight, and big reason why the Kings won tonight. A big part of why the Kings were even in this game tonight was because of Malik Monk. So shout out to Malik Monk. All right, Mike Brown's rotations are crazy right now. You know what did Alex Len do to not get any minutes tonight? Alex Len was fantastic. He was a very good big last night. And the fact that he got 0 minutes tonight, I get that they want to manage his minutes, and I think that because it's the second half of back-to-back, they probably want to just take all cautionary measures. But myself and others are going to ask that question, like, where was he? If he wasn't shown on the injury report, he's showing up as DNP with Sasha Vezenkov, Kessler Edwards, and Keon Ellis, coach's decision. I think that if you're going to have people ask, about Alex Len or even the players that I mentioned, if they're not showing on an injury report, and people are going to ask, like, where were the minutes? You can argue that, Sasha Vezenkov's minutes tonight, he didn't get any minutes. I'm going to throw in Keon Ellison in there as well. He didn't get any minutes. Mike Brown's rotations have been really weird and just really, really just not I don't want to say disgrunting because, we're winning games, but I think Mike Brown's got to lock in his rotation, man. I go back to, when he benched Davion Mitchell, it's like that came out of nowhere. Like, what the hell? And now he's benching, Alex Len. He's benching all these other players. Vezenkov. Like, Vezenkov was a bright spot off the bench, man. Like, he was coming in, getting buckets. He was playing defense. He was moving his feet. He was spreading the floor for our guys on the court and for our court players. I don't know what to tell you what Vezenkov did to really diminish his minutes. And even with Alex Len, I get that he's coming off an injury, and I get that he played last night, but I felt like he could have been used tonight, especially on the second half of back-to-back. And the fact that he's missed time with his injury, I felt like they could have used him, tonight. And this is no knock on JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee, the minutes that he got, he was fantastic. He was 2-2 from the field. But I felt like that presence in the paint defensively and rebounding the ball and even setting good screens is Alex Len, man. And I felt like he was really missed tonight. So Mike B's rotations, man. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. And then he puts in Juan Toscano-Anderson, a guy who hasn't played all game, and he puts him when the game's online. I don't know what to say about that. Like, what did he do to get on the court for 14 or 13 seconds, whatever it was? All I saw was Paulo Banchero. Yeah, the call was questionable, and they forced it to another overtime. But all I saw was Paulo Banchero put up a basket and get that basket in. So I don't know, man. Mike Brown's rotations are freaking driving me crazy. I'm actually glad I'm not the only one feeling that way now, because as you guys can see, I voiced my frustration, not because of Davion Mitchell, not only because of Davion Mitchell, but I voiced my frustration because that Davion Mitchell, we saw it with him early on the season. And now we're seeing it with, Alex Len and Sasha Vezenkov. We've seen him getting into run-ins with Malik Monk as well. And, I'm pretty sure other things have happened that is kept behind closed doors. But I get that we're 20-13 on the season, and I get that it's been a winning season, and we're a top 5 team in the Western Conference. But boy, I wouldn't be lying if I say that Mike Brown's rotations are perfect, because they are not perfect. They are terrible. I get that he's got his work cut out for him. He's still trying to figure it out. But you cannot have pivotal players, a part of your rotation, from last season disappeared this season. Talking about the playoff minutes that Davion Mitchell got. You can't set him out freaking 10 games without without saying anything. And I thought Sasha Vezenkov's minutes have been good this season off the bench. I thought he's been a spark plug. He's not getting minutes now. Keon Ellis, the time that he got, he played really well. And now we haven't seen him for a couple games. So, I'm hoping it gets better, but the Mike Brown rotations are pretty crazy right now, pretty mind-boggling right now. And I hope that, he figures it out. And I think he will figure it out. And I would just say that it'd probably be a lot worse. I'd probably be more vexed and mad if the Kings weren't as good as they are right now, sitting at 20-13. I would probably go in a little bit more harder on Mike Brown, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of doubt because we are winning games. Yeah, we've had some letdowns here and there, but at the end of the day, we're a top 5 team in the Western Conference, and we are winning games. So I'm hoping that the rotation shit, he gets figured out eventually and hopefully soon, because I hate to see players miss games when they're playing good the previous game, and that's just not gonna fly and cut it. So with that being said, guys, next game Friday night against the Toronto Raptors. Looking forward to seeing how that game goes. We get a much needed rest now. A hard fought win tonight, guys. Really, a hard fought win tonight. And I'm glad that the Kings got it done tonight, because this would have been a terrible, terrible way to lose against a very good Orlando Magic team. This team is a very good basketball team. They might be the Sacramento Kings of last year, guys. They got a good young squad. They got a good young star in Benchuro. Suggs coming in and making threes. They got a good young team, and they're going to be pretty damn good moving forward. So it was cool to see them, so those youngsters, hang in there with the Kings tonight and light it up. But ultimately, the Kings were the better team tonight, and they got it done, and as they should get it done. So with that being said, sorry to go in a little bit over the board tonight. Just had to get some of that things off my chest. If you can relate, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. It's going to do it for me for tonight's video. I greatly do appreciate you guys tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next video. Have yourself a great night. The beam is lit. The first beam of 2024. It's amazing. And let's keep it lit as we go into Friday's game. So with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.